To our topic of Islam. There's a few, the main thrust of this presentation is sexuality inside of Islam, which again, people are completely ignorant about, and you've got to know. You've got to know. Okay? Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. Okay, so here we are. But there's a few concepts I want to cover first, because when you're out and people are speaking, or you're at church and maybe your pastor's very wishy-washy about all of this stuff, you have to be able to rebut these things. And not only do you have to be able to rebut them, but you have to be willing to stand up and do it. Be not nice, ruffle some feathers, rattle some cages. Because if you just sit there silent, silence is complicity. You have to stand up and testify and witness. First of all, Islam is not a religion. We have got to stop this. It is not constitutionally protected. It is not a religion. Islam is a totalitarian, expansionist, militaristic, seditious political system. It is not a religion. The religious aspect of it is a fraud. It is a planned out fraud on Muhammad's part, and ultimately I attribute all of it to Satan, because Satan is the father of all lies. It was planned this way. It's a totalitarian political system masquerading as a religion. We have to call this, because if we don't call this out, they will defeat us with our own constitution. And that was the plan. Satan had this plan going all the way back. He knew. He knew that this republic would exist. He knew that our constitution would exist. He knew the First Amendment would exist. And he said, I'm going to destroy these people with their own rule book. So here is this totalitarian political system, and we're going to pretend it's a religion. It's a joke. It's not a religion. It's not the final, it's not associated with Judeo-Christianity. It is the ultimate bastardization and con on the Judeo-Christian milieu. Muhammad was out in the desert, and he said, okay, I want to start a fake religion so I can raise an army, get rich, raise an army, and so I can get laid. Okay? I'm dead serious. Those are the three objectives. Enrich Mohammed, rally an army for Muhammad, and get Muhammad laid. How do I do this? Well, I'm going to say, and again, this is the early 600s, he said to himself, I'm going to claim that God is talking to me, and that I am the final perfected revelation of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I'm just going to jump on that bandwagon. I'm going to jump on those coattails, and that's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to sneak into it that way. And then, you know, all these people who are around me, think of where he is. He's in what is now present-day Saudi Arabia. It's weird to think that there weren't any Muslims in the Middle East at one point, but you have to understand, it started in the 600s. Okay, so there were no Muslims there, of course. What is it? It's Jews, it's Christians, and it's Bedouin pagans. Okay, so he's jumping on this Judeo-Christian bandwagon, and he's also bringing in aspects of the Bedouin pagan theologies. Allah is the moon god of the Bedouin pagans. So he's taking all of these aspects of these things, bringing them in together and saying, oh, here I am. I'm the final perfected revelation of this. Join my army, fight for me, make me rich, and oh yeah, I'm also going to have sex with your wives and your little boys and your little girls. That's it. It's that simple. And if you would read the Quran, you would see what an absolute joke it is. There's nothing theologically deep there. There is no hardcore Islamic scholarship because there's nothing there. It is the rantings of a madman. He was nuts. You never hear Muslims talking about their relationship with Allah. Allah is never referred to as a father. There's no relationship the way that we have a relationship, of course, with our Savior Jesus Christ, or even the way the Jews had a relationship with God the Father. There's nothing like that there. It's shallow, it's stupid, it's ridiculous, and we'll get into that some more. So again, our three objectives of Islam: enrich Muhammad, rally an army, facilitate and legitimize his sexual perversions. And it did all three of those things.